Hi, I'm Lou from Theatre Kids, and hopefully you are here for the same reason as me today, which is to do some drama. Excellent. So let's start by getting going, and we're going to start with a warm-up game. So you're going to follow my instructions, pay close attention to what I'm saying. It's called stop, go, jump, clap. We're going to start with the stop and go element to it. So walk around the space, please. Walk around the room you're in. If I say the word stop, you stop. If I say the word go, you go. So let's try that. Stop, go. Stop, go. Make sure you freeze when I say stop, go, stop, go. Good, excellent. Right, okay. Now we're going to add in jump. So if I say the word jump and you're in the middle of walking, you just jump on the spot, land it and carry on walking. Okay, so we've got stop, we've got go and we've got jump. Right, go. Stop. Go. Jump. Stop, go, jump, stop, go, stop, go, jump, stop. Okay, good. So stop, go, jump. And now let's add in clap. So if I say the word clap, you just clap. Okay, so go, clap, jump, stop, go, clap, clap, jump, stop, go, jump, jump, clap, jump, stop. Okay, how did you do? Hopefully you did okay. Right, that's fine. That would be nice and easy and it would be fabulous listening and I'd say well done if that was the end of the game. But it is not. In fact, what we are going to do is we're going to switch it around a bit. So, if I say stop, I actually mean go. And if I say go, I actually mean stop. And if I say clap, I actually mean jump. And if I say jump, I actually mean clap. So, concentrating please. Go. Did you? Because you shouldn't have. Stop. Go. Clap. Jump. Oh, I hope you didn't jump then because you were supposed to clap. Go. Stop. So you should be walking around the room now. Go. Stop. Go. Clap. Jump. Clap. Jump. Go. Stop. Go. Jump. Clap. Clap, 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 clap. Hopefully you didn't get too confused. It works better when we're all in a room together and we all get confused at the same time. But hopefully I got your brain in gear a little bit. So stop, go, jump, clap, just to get you started. So what are we going to do next? We are going to do an activity where you are going to get a few pieces of furniture that you are allowed to move from places around the house and pop it in the room that you're in. Set up a set, for want of a better phrase. That is the best phrase, in fact. Set up a set that could be on a stage. So you might, for example, I've got a stool here that I use for makeup. You can't really see it actually because the angle's not great. But if you look, I've just popped it down there. And I might get a table and pop it next to it. I put a cup on the table and I might put a lamp down here. Like a stand-up lamp. Okay, so they would be my bits of set. That is my starting position for my set. Then I would move that set into a different position. So I put my stool down here. I put my light next to the stool. I'd move the table and maybe I'd put the cup on the floor down at the front. That is my end position. You need to go away and create a scene that fits between the starting position and the ending position. What happens that means the furniture moves? All right, nothing too long, nothing too complicated, but something happens, drama happens, that moves everything from one place to another. So either by yourself or with the people in your family that are working with you, create a short scene where you go from position A to position B and explore what happens between. So press pause while you do your practical work, and then when you're ready for the next task, just press play. So normally at that point, that is when I would say to you, let's see what you've done. And I can't really do that very easily because I'm here and you're there. But if you really are pleased with the work you've created, then film it, send it over to me via your parents, and I'll give you some feedback. If not, use the work you've just created as a bit of a springboard for getting your imagination going for this, which is what we're going to do today, Macbeth by Shakespeare. Now, we're not going to put the whole show on, obviously, but we are going to use Macbeth and some of the ideas and the stories within it to inspire the work we create. So everything's going on in Macbeth. We've got witches, we've got murder, we've got treason, we've got trees moving. Everything is going on in Macbeth. And so we are going to start with the murders element of it. And we're going to play Wink Murder. Now, normally we'd do it in a circle. Somebody would come in, everybody would be murdered in front of them, and they'd guess who the murderer is. Bit tricky, because I'm here, you're there. So instead, I am the murderer, I am the evil one today, and I am going to murder all of you. And when I wink, which will look terrible because I have tried recording this several times, and every time the wink is just disastrous, every time I wink at the screen, you are going to die a wonderfully dramatic death. It could be a quiet death, it could be a loud death, it could be a huge death or a very small death. But it must be dramatic. It should draw an audience member's eyes to you. So, are you ready to be murdered? Yes, you'll cry. Right then. Okay. Now, hopefully your parents just came flying in then because they're worried perhaps that you were choking to death or you've been attacked by your brother or your sister. So that's good, but you need to make it even more dramatic this time, okay? Because if they didn't come in, it means bigger, right? Are you ready? Good. Okay, back up off the floor. We're gonna do it once more. I'm gonna murder you again. Bigger, something different. Try and die in a different way this time, okay? 3. And back up, and one last murder. All right, try to do it differently to anything you've done before. If you've been really loud, try and do it quietly. If you've been stabbed to death, try and maybe choke yourself to death. Okay, ready? Excellent. Right then, good. So over the next few activities, I'm going to suggest that you use a variety of different drama techniques. It might be improvisation, you might use mime, you might script write, you're going to do a lot of devising of your own work. But feel free to use any other drama techniques you fancy, like flashback or narration or anything else you feel fits in. So receiving unexpected news is a bit of a reoccurring situation within the play of Macbeth. Sometimes people get good news, sometimes people get bad news. Sometimes they receive it in person through a messenger. Sometimes they receive it from the witches' characters that give prophecies about their futures. And sometimes they get a letter with the news in it. I would like you to take that last scenario, a letter, and I would like you to create a mime for me, please, where you open a letter with some unexpected news in it. Now, it's up to you whether the news is good or bad, and in fact, it doesn't really matter exactly what the news is because you're going to mime your response to the letter. What's really important is you use 2 of your actor's tools, your face and your body language, as much as you can to communicate to the audience what it is that you're reading. They'll never be able to guess exactly, but they should get a sense of how your character is feeling and the change of emotions that they go through as they read the letter. Now, you might want to write a letter that you then respond to. You might find that helps you, but you don't have to. That's up to you. So the first thing I'd like you to do is create a mime where you respond to some unexpected news. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just give you a couple of ways that you can extend the activity that you've just done by roping in a family member to work with you. So the first thing you could do is you can relay the bad news to somebody else. So the first part of the scene is you responding to the letter that you are reading through mime, and then somebody comes in and you have to tell them the good news or the bad news that you've just received. Then the next thing that you could do is you could have a family member narrate the reading of your letter. So you still respond with your mime, but actually you are responding to what they are saying. So for that activity, you will need to write the letter for them to then read. You can swap parts as well. You can try and do the vocal work, the narration, and they can respond physically to what you're saying. So a couple of ways that you can develop it. So another theme that runs through Macbeth is that of betrayal. Okay, and Macbeth betrays a few people along the way. He's not a very nice man, Macbeth, mainly because he betrays his best friend, Banquo. So I would like you to create me a scene, please, about the betrayal of a friend. You don't have to be Banquo and Macbeth, although you can be if you want to. But it's all about exploring the feelings if you're betrayed by a friend. You must start your piece of drama with the line, "How could you have done that?" So there you go, a scene about betrayal of friendship. So we've had betrayal, and alongside betrayal we have suspicion. There are a number of people in the play, a number of characters in the play who become very suspicious of Macbeth, the way he's acting and how suddenly he's managed to end up as king with so much power. And so I would like you to create me a piece of drama about suspicion. Try and rope a family member in, please, and one of you is very suspicious of the other, but you don't want them to realise how suspicious you are. You need to try to get to the bottom of what they're up to without letting them know you've cottoned on to what they're doing. So, suspicion, a piece of drama about suspicion, please. So the next activity is going to build from that suspicious scene, and we are going to have the guilty party explaining to the audience, confessing to the audience what it is that they have done wrong. Okay, this is their confession, and they are going to explain to the audience what they did, why they did it, how they feel about what they did. Maybe they want to do things differently. Maybe they're going to tell the audience what their plan is next. It's called a soliloquy, where the actor, the character, basically confides in the audience about what's going on inside, how they're feeling inside. So I would like you to create me a soliloquy of a confession of a crime. Now, it can be the crime that Macbeth does, or it can be one of your own making. So if you want to send them in to me, I would love to see what you create. You really want to draw the audience in and give them a sense of what you're feeling. And that's it for today's session. I would love to see what you've created. So if you filmed your work, please do send it in to me via your parents so I can take a look. If you've enjoyed Macbeth, then you might fancy watching it, in which case there are a couple of really good versions that are available online at the moment while schools are not fully open in the UK. The one I really recommend for you guys is the one that is currently on the YouTube channel for the Globe. It is a production that has been created specifically with young people in mind, and I will put the link to that production below this post on Facebook, below this video on YouTube, so you can take a look, along with another one by the RSC that is currently screening on the iPlayer. So that's all for today, and I will see you all soon with another video. Take care, stay safe.